In this question, we're required to determine the product of 0.00023 and 4,510. What does the product of two numbers mean? It just simply means the result of a multiplication. So if you want to find the product of two numbers, say you have two numbers A and B, the product of two numbers is simply A times B. So in this case, our two numbers are this number and this. So the product is just obtained by multiplying them by each other. To make the multiplication easier, (0.00023) should be written as a fraction, and this can be achieved as follows. So what we can do is say, well, I'll move this decimal point to the end here. So I'm going to just count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, which means I'll divide by, so I'll have 23, and then I'll divide by a number with, well, let's say, because I counted 5 places, I'll first write 5 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I put 1. So dividing by 100,000. So 0.00023 is the same thing as 23 divided by 100,000. Then, so the product now is simply 23 divided by 100,000 times 4,510. So note that 4,510 is the same thing as 4,510 divided by 1. Any number divided by 1 is itself. 5 over 1 is 5. 6 over 1 is 6. 1,000 over 1 is 1,000. 4,510 over 1 is 4,510. So we're simply multiplying two fractions by each other. So the numerator is simply 23 times 4,510. And the denominator is 100,000 times 1, which is simply 100,000. So for the numerator, let's use the standard multiplication technique. So 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 5 is 15, so we carry the 1 here. 3 times 4 is 12, plus this 1 gives 13. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10, so you add the 0, you carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So what we have here is 0, 3, 7, 3, 9 plus 1 is 10. So 1, 2, 3. So our numerator is 103,730, which can be written as a decimal. So I'll just do that here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So decimal point will be here in the result. It's going to be 1.03730. But we can ignore the last zero in any number. Well, if you have a decimal number, any decimal number, the last zero can always be ignored. So this is the same thing as 1.0373. So for instance, if you had something like 50, you wouldn't ignore the zero. But if you had something like 50.0, you can write it as 50. If you have something like 23.230, you can write it as 23.23. So that same idea is what I applied here. We have 1.03730, so we can ignore that last zero and have this result.